Please state your name for the camera.
So thank you.
God. It's called being a filmmaker.
It's
If you
weird.
were a filmmaker, you would understand, but
No.
you don't.
I wouldn't understand. Ava Heidenreich.
Okay, so like, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Ava Heidenreich. I'm from Vandalia, Ohio. That's in Dayton. And I'm gay. This kid named Day threatened to shoot up this kid Matt's house because, I don't know, there wasn't even a reason. He just doesn't like him, so he threatened to shoot him up. And then he threatened to kill him in school. He got expelled. And then my best friend just left me for a lying ass bitch that manipulated me for like a year. And now I have someone I'm talking to, and he gets drunk every day. and I'm a drug addict.
Please state your name for the camera.
So thank you. People are pedophiles and watch child porn. Puts up posters that says all love is love. No. It's meant to train kids to go into factories and not prepare them for the real world. Yes.
Should I go?
Yeah, so just
Okay. Well, my name is Miss Heimer, and I teach ELA 10. And I guess if I had to say anything about the Dayton Public School District, we are struggling. You know, it's been an uphill climb because our past ratings haven't been that great. So, you know, the teachers get a lot of professional development, and they're really trying hard to put us in a position that we can deliver better education for you guys. But it's still kind of an uphill struggle. There are a lot of things in this district that are broken, that need to be fixed. And I am very concerned, you know, just as a whole with our education system and these Don't Say Gay bills and other things that are trying to be imposed on us, because I feel like not only does it really hurt the students, which is the most important thing, but it also really cuts teachers off at the knees to be able to support LGBTQ students. And so I'm going to work really hard to make sure that those things don't pass.
I went to a pro-choice rally this past Saturday because Roe v. Wade was overturned, or it's in the process of being overturned, and it's a settled issue, so
it's not like you can go back and change your mind just because you have a majority conservative Supreme Court. So I did that, and I got yelled at by like 55-year-old men who were screaming in the faces of like women who were like in their 20s and below, and it was just like really messed up. And we marched around the court, and people were like coming out in support of us. Like 63% of America don't want Roe v. Wade to be overturned, and technically the Supreme Court is supposed to be in favor of the people, and that's not what they're doing here. So it's really important that we get out, and even if you don't have a uterus yourself, you should be fighting for the rights of women who do. And if you don't have a uterus, then you don't really get an opinion, and that's simple as that.
I want to take my minute to talk about the sexism at Stivers. Like, as far as dress code goes, I was literally like wearing a tank top that showed the smallest bit of cleavage, and I got dress coded. I got like a detention I didn't go to, but that's not the point. The thing is why are grown-up men and women staring at my titties? It's not okay. Something needs to be done about that, because the same girl with a larger with a larger chest area, larger spatial surface, could get dress coded for something that someone with smaller tits does, you know? It's not okay. I'm not here for it.
I hate everything about this society, okay? What we need is a woman running this town. You see, I hate Dayton, but I love it at the same time, because we have a horrible government. That's it. That's all. Boom.
Okay, so hi, my name's Anel Castro. I am Mexican American, which means I have Mexican heritage, but I was born in America. So, sorry, okay. So, pretty much my experience with that, it's crazy, pretty much. But you know, I love it. It's pretty good. I can talk about a bunch of different aspects where being Mexican American affects my life, but I want to talk about how it affects me in just like society in general. So in Mexican society, there's this thing called machismo, and pretty much it's like sexism, but in Spanish. And I don't like it, because I don't know, it just makes these men entitled. Women are pretty much expected to serve them and be at their beck and call and everything, and I don't like that. I don't think I want that when I grow up, because who would? Yeah. And I think it's like so stupid, because it's like these men have their own hands, have their own feet, have their own legs. You guys can do what we are expected to do. Like, stop being lazy. Just go serve yourself some food. I don't want to serve you food. Like, for real. Stop telling me to serve you food. Yeah.
Hello, I am Alexia Knowles. I am a student at Stivers, the School of the Arts, and you know, I do art and things. So, you know, there is a human being around here at this school. Of course, there's lots of those. You know, they happen to be a very ignorant person, you know. I don't want to
Right.
So, you know, very ignorant, and you know, they have found a way to disrespect 3 communities at once. Just, you know, using mental illnesses that people have and say that they have it even though they haven't been diagnosed, you know, using that as an excuse to be racist, saying they are a black person and saying that they can say slurs. And you know, very interesting experience that I didn't want to, you know, find out about when I was having a good day on TikTok scrolling, watching videos. Yeah, it's very aggravating. One day they told me that they were going to call me a slur. Very interesting experience. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Calm down. It's okay.
I'm mad.
Sophie, you want to know what happened between me and her?
Oh, you dated her?
No,
we didn't date. We didn't date.
I did not know that. We didn't date. You didn't date. She let me off.
Sophie, you're like
That's what she did.
That's what you did. And then it's registering. You're going the wrong way.
Okay, you want to hear what happened?
Yeah,
Here's what happened.
Don't tell us anyone.
This morning, after Family's like on the phone, I get a text, a DM to be exact,
Through Instagram.
through Instagram.
Doesn't even want to open up iMessage.
Tell me how I'm similar to that, because I talk to you every single day. I was affectionate. I cared for you, and I'm not even sad. I'm just mad because you made me look stupid. You made me look like a fool, like an idiot, for putting myself back on the line so fast. So maybe, yeah, let's go to the park. Okay, and we had arguments. I mean, they were 6 to 8 hour long arguments with no resolution whatsoever. And I was pissed at him all the time. And for that last month, it was nothing but toxic. It was borderline abusive. So when I decided to break up with him, he's like, you know what, Sophie? Fine, it's whatever. You let me on. You wasted my time. Like, you wasted my time. What do you mean? Like, you could have broken up with me my last day senior year, and I would have wasted my entire high school life not able to have a relationship. I didn't get the physical side. I didn't get the quality time side. I didn't get anything but arguing. And the occasional, can I please have a photo of your boobs, please? Like, shut the fuck up.
No, and then literally like what 2 weeks after they broke up, he fucked someone.
No. It's worse than that. The night after, so one of his mutuals, who's no longer his mutual, Bree, she texted me. She's like, what happened with you two? Like, you two used to talk all the time. We're best friends now, and I love her. But she's like, yeah, he asked me for thigh pics the night after y'all broke up. I'm like, so was this before or after he tried to come? So,
Oopsie.
and I was like, something's off. But you know what? It's fine.
You're gonna break the balloon, Sophie.
This is hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Okay. And then I was like, why'd you ask me to homecoming? She goes, asked you because you're super cool and we're besties. And I wanted to go with someone and I thought you'd be fun to go with. I was like, so like, and she goes, I mean, I don't even know what a date is. Like, we can go as friends or whatever. Isn't it called a date when you go with someone? And so I said, I'm not mad. I was just kind of confused. She goes, oh, sorry. I meant like we should go together as friends. But isn't that called like a date or something when you ask? She said, will you go with me as my date? And she was like, friends or date? Not date. My date or friends, whatever you want. And then she said, will you come to homecoming with me as my date? So she separated it, friends or date. I was like, yeah. And then I said, but I thought you didn't like me anymore. And she goes, I do kind of like you. I'm about to navigating my feelings. So I was like, okay. And then, bitch.
So,
You ready?
okay, so what, I just want to hear from both of you. What do you think about the recent event in Buffalo, the shooting?
It's disgusting, honestly. Like, he planned it and the police did nothing. They literally saw him planning it and they decided, oh, it's nothing. It's just a white kid.
Yeah, and my mom asked me, did I want to go to the store the other day, and I told her no because of it. White people do scare me, I'm not gonna lie to you. Not all white people, but white people in general.
That video,
It was horrible, and I watched it, and it was, I watched it.
Yeah, he filmed it.
He filmed it.
That's definitely very.
It was on Twitter, of course. Ugh, I hate Twitter. It's where I get all my traumatizing videos from.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes I don't even mind my business.
Yeah, I thought I should, but I needed to see it. I don't know why that's bad.
He literally was about to shoot a white man
And
and
said,
apologize.
He did.
And he shot a black woman twice.
Twice in the head. And they were all old people. They didn't,
Right.
They were just wanting to die slowly.
Right.
He
How are you gonna be coming after old people? Like, leave them alone.
Yeah, it does make me uncomfortable because there are some kids here who are questionable.
Right.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, somebody was on a dating app, and her brother from Missouri in class, and it wasn't her real brother, and she was just showing people our faces and crap to the person. And he could be lying about her age, but she's that very, what's the word? Naive? Yeah. I hate naive people. It's how you get used.
Okay.
Is it recording?
Please state your name for the camera.
Your mom. Okay. Isabella Dixon.
Interesting. So, what do you think about our current state of school?
I think it's dumb. We're not learning anything important. I mean, I already forgot everything I learned in geometry.
Loves that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're going to use any of the stuff we're learning.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean...
Question 2. What do you think about crush culture?
What the frick is crush?
What do you mean?
Wait, let's educate them. I'm gonna put the dictionary definition in there.
Crush culture. Noun. The culture surrounding having a crush, including stigmas and stereotypes.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I think it's the only thing that makes school even slightly interesting.
You're right.
Otherwise, school's just boring.
That's why a lot of kids change their crushes like every single week, including me.
Yeah, we know.
But it alternates between only 2 people, so threesome. But, okay.
You smell like sweat and this.
I was just gonna go on the interstate.
Right, but like to my house. Like by my house and your house.
Oh yeah, the one I get. Just making sure. Yeah, first semester last year when we were virtual, we didn't have exams, so she didn't get this. Kidding me?
Like anything she does just like makes me want to fucking punch her in the face. And then that would be you're loud about it. And I don't care. I don't care. Seriously, I hate her. Who?
Why do you know?
Oh, that blonde girl. She was at the homecoming with us. No, the blonde girl that was in my photo.
And so then she's like, oh, I it's because Ellie's friends with Jordan.
That makes a lot of sense. Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
Ellen is friends with Madeline and Jill.
Oh, that makes sense. They're all annoying. And racist and homophobic. And disgusting. Okay, that's not zoom in.
Okay, Lee, how are you doing with the whole Madeline situation?
I told her I don't like either of those bitches.
Facts.
That's all you can really do is be straight up and they can do what they want to do.
Ellie is like, oh my god, that's bullshit. We literally didn't do that last week. I'm so tired of her being a bitch to me.
And then like it just kept going on about that type of stuff, and I was like, girl, literally shut the fuck up.
Embarrassing.
Anyways, so I was sitting at my computer and I was editing my photo, and Saul was helping Ellie, and then she rolled over to me and said, Ellie, you're good to submit. Go ahead, just pull up your profile, put it all in there, and you're good to go. Ellie was like, I don't have a profile. And Stahl was like, you should. And she was like, well, I've been a little busy this week. And like said it with two. She had torch prep and like something else. I don't fucking know. She's literally doesn't know school. Literally. Anyways, so then Miss Stahl was like, well, we actually did it like last week in class, so you should have it. And she was like, well, I don't, sorry. And so Stahl looked at my photo and said, yeah, it looks good. Fix this one part. That's okay.
I hate you. Hey. A bit chilly out today. I parked all the way over here, Maggie.
Like, what if I, like, so I know I have anxiety, and from my anxiety comes the OCD, right? Like, what if everything else I have that I think might be ADHD or autism or like BPD or whatever is like just part of like a really high functioning OCD?
That would be really depressing.
Yeah.
Are you still freaking recording us, Seth?
You should have a jump scare at the very end and it's just your bare ass.
Like just at the very end after all the credits and everything, the last thing you see.
The credits that I've made are really cool.
Yeah, that's great.
At least I think they are.
How are you even gonna, like, where are you gonna put this documentary with like enough storage? Like what has enough storage?
Probably my computer.
Right. Do you have like an editing software on your computer?
No, I just edit all my stuff on my phone.
So do you just like gradually put it on your computer? Because eventually your phone's gonna explode. Unless you delete like all of your apps and half your camera roll.
No, like that's what I'm doing. I don't need a bunch of photos of you on my phone.
That's mainly my fault from last year.
No, like you spammed me so much last year, like it's not even
like I just expect you to like delete them, but you don't.
I don't.
You don't. Like dogs weren't to be the smartest, but they couldn't because they weren't like biologically developed for it. Like if they had opposable thumbs in the brain of a human, would we be the pets to dogs and not in like a weird kinky animal play way? Like in a quite literal manner.
So good. Raspberry. Raspberry. It's the gayest thing. Do it. Okay. Let's see. I can also play guitar. I'm thirsty. By the way, I also play guitar. Can we get water? I have boba. We should get boba. Oh my gosh, we have boba.
I can play an instrument.
Okay. Who's that? Yeah. Oh, cute. I need her. We were friends once. I need her. Documenting everything's important because then you can make it like a dope ass edit at the end of the year. I did.
I was planning to do that.
This school year has been so much better than my other ones. Last year made me want to. I think it might have been the worst year of my life.
Last year is actually better.
Freshman year was like it made me want to die every second. Freshman year was homophobic, literally.
Freshman year for me so far has been.
Love that.
I'm gonna get caught.
Oh my gosh. Loves that. Great.
Holiday. We won't open.
It's great. Great material.
They're out of class actually. No, they're out. Actually, they're actually out. They're not even in there anymore. They actually got knocked out.
Yes.
Bengals. Things are in. Right. What do you have to say about that?
Nothing. No comment.
See, no comment. Speechless.
Speechless. Vlogger. Just kidding. It's for my documentary.
Bengals suck. Dallas Cowboys is where it's at, bitch.
It's one of those.
Don't start. Do not ever compare me to that woman.
Because I have to film this.
Okay, put me upstairs.
The gift card.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
But you do have to ask a question or something, a prompt.
Okay, well, the prompt is, what do you think is wrong about the school system today?
The entire school system?
Well, let's focus on Dayton Public School System right now.
Oh, man. The thing that's wrong with the Dayton Public School System is not much different than what's wrong with the entire American public system, which is we pretend like we're administrating equity and that we care about equity, but no one believes it. If you look at how wealthy schools look, run, operate, staff, and function, and compare that to how the poorest schools with the highest percents of people of color look, get funded, run, and are staffed, there's no way you could argue that we have a system based on equity, and that when you pretend like everything's equal and act like everything's normal in an abnormal and unequal system, you get painful results. And we're never going to move forward with education reform in the US until we get over that central question that nobody wants to talk about. So to me, like, the source of all the problems is our inability as a society to talk about class, race, homophobia, gender, sex, all that stuff, like all the things that make the society unequal and painful to live in are manifested in the schools every day. It's unavoidable. And it doesn't matter what people say. One of the problems in schools is you take caring people that go into the profession for a good reason as teachers and put them in an uncaring situation, and it's painful. It's painful for teachers. You're basically asking caring people to administer what Dr. Bettina Love calls a soul-murdering agenda, and that is always going to result in pain.
I don't know. Wait, like, can I know? She's not gonna see this. So I just want to bring light to suicidal teenagers because it really all stems from parents. My mom woke up late, got mad at me. Not sure why. I don't see the correlation. And then she slapped me and told me to have a bad day at school. Yeah, I am very suicidal. I'm at the brink of wanting to kill myself. And I get to be in a documentary, so it makes up for it.
My name is Cameron, and if you're watching this, just know that I've almost killed myself 15 times this year. And you want to know who the main person behind that is? I can't say his name, but he knows who he is. I'm not saying nobody's name. He's a very, very, very irritating person, but you know what? We got over it. However, he's made me want to kill myself so many times. Made me cry myself to sleep because he's stupid. However, I still like him. He's my crush. But, you know, he has a girlfriend. So we're just gonna, you know, not cry about that right now. He said he left her the other day. I've never been more heartbroken. But we're gonna get past that. He's in one of my classes. He's in my 6th period. I'm not gonna say who it is because, you know, shit gets out very quickly. However, he's made me want to kill myself. And don't be like me. Don't be, you know, hungover boy so bad you want to kill yourself, okay? Don't be like me. Don't be... You're dumb. Don't be like me. Don't be dumb. Don't... Shut up, Madison. Don't be like me. Don't be like hung up over him so bad that you want to kill yourself, that you want to end your life, that you want to end it all because this boy keeps looking at you and you think he likes you, but it's not the truth. I'm not telling you shit.
Okay, is that it?
Don't be like me. That's it.
Yay!
Are you filming now?
Yes.
Okay. The glamorization of suicide is something that we have to deal with all the time because it's sensationalized for white audiences. And media romanticizes it and paints it as something that you can just do and that it can be undone because it makes you special and not boring.
I feel like people talk about suicide now as like a joke or to be quirky, and like if you're not suicidal, then you're not normal at this point. Like I feel like we're taking mental health serious but not serious at the same time because in the Black community, mental health is still very frowned upon. But if if a white person talked about suicide, then the whole world stops for them. And that's another racial inequality. But with the romanticization of suicide, we see that in Romeo and Juliet, the virgin suicides paints it as a beautiful story. And it's a good story, but when you look at the layers, then it kind of takes away from the message.
Neil? Oh, nobody told me that I was performing again. Yeah, mental health is not taken seriously. It's taken as a joke if you're not white and blonde and skinny and pretty and rich.
Okay, what are some things that you've struggled with, like with depression or anxiety with, that has surrounded the school system?
Well, like anxiety wise, I feel like I've struggled a lot with it because just like presenting, you know, how anxious that can be, and like makes me want to kill myself. I'm dead ass right now.
Okay. Do you feel like a lot of teens who are diagnosing themselves with mental illnesses and stuff comes from TikTok?
Yes, because okay, people see stuff on the internet and they're just like, I affiliate with that, and so then they like gravitate toward it, and like they go deeper and deeper and deeper until like they just come out looking like
We're dumb as fuck. Yeah.
dumb. And it's just like it affects like everybody, like, you know, just like everybody. It's also affected me. I don't know how it's affected me though. See, that's how it works. Like, I don't know how it's affected me, but I know it has in some way because I can't put my phone down whenever I'm about to go to sleep.
Yeah, so that's sort of a form of like addiction with our phones. Do you think that this is like our technology and stuff is a way for kids our age to like reach out for attention?
Okay, so yes, it is a way to reach out for attention. Also, it's like it can be used for good because I've seen it used as a good thing. Well, during this, like, I was in a depression stage, and I decided I was going to download a bunch of dating apps.
Still have them.
And I still do have them.
Yeah.
But I had like 5 dating apps, and I could just like contact different people, even though they might have been like rude or mean. I could still contact them, and I found some people that really needed help, and people that were just like there, like they needed some people that were like them. Like this guy from Kentucky, he's 14, and he was like, "You're like the second person I've ever told you this, but I think I'm gay." And then I was just, they really just needed someone there to comfort them. So in that way, I think that it can be used as something good.
Do you also think that the use of technology and social media in our generation is a cause for a lot of teens' mental health issues that they do have?
Yes, because I know it's said so much about like body issues, but I mean, even just like before all of like the media or technology, I still find myself like looking at like old posters from like a 90s movie and saying, wow, she's so skinny, and saying, why can't I have that body? Or like, wow, her hair is so great, why can't I have that? And it's just like,
great hair.
Yeah,
you're
I can't
right.
have that because I have nigga hair, but I think.
Okay. And yeah, so it's just like these trends, there's a trend here. I'm noticing a trend here.
Yeah, we're making things that aren't supposed to be a trend. Like, people are starting to make mental health a trend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, mental health is being made into a trend. Like, if you don't have mental health issues, you're kind of seen as like, oh, so you're just like perfect or
Perfect,
a
right?
bitch.
Like, what the fuck? I'm just happy. I'm sorry that you're not. Oh shit, no.
Despite the abundance of issues that surrounded us during our daily lives, the world still turns and turns and turns. It shows no signs of stopping, at least not anytime soon.